Hi guys. Well, happy preparation day. It is Thursday evening at sunset. The sun is setting at this moment, so it's officially Friday, preparation day. So I'm going to take the liberty of reading the devotional for preparation day and wish you a happy and successful preparation day. Tomorrow gonna be super busy, guys, and so I don't want to take the chance of losing out on sharing with you guys tomorrow, so I'm doing it now. I'm reading from the book From the Heart, and the title for today is One Day at a Time. One day at a time. The scripture reading comes to us from Colossians chapter 1 and verse 10. Walk worthy of the Lord, fully pleasing Him, being fruitful in every good work and increasing in the knowledge of God. I wonder what Bible that's taken from. Let me get the King James Version and see what that says. Okay, here goes the King James Version, guys. Colossians 1 and verse 10. That he might walk worthy of the Lord unto all blessing, being fruitful in every good work and increasing in the knowledge of God. There endeth the reading of God's holy word. And let's see what the devotional has to say. It says, I am reminded of an incident I once read of an aged gentleman who had been broken down by hard labor and yet was seeking some employment by which he could obtain means. A nobleman who had 100 cords of wood to cut was informed of the wish of the old gentleman. He told him that if he would cut the wood, he should have $100, for he would have $100 for him for the job. But the old gentleman replied, no, he could never do that. It was impossible. He was an old man and not able to undertake such a job. Well, said the nobleman, we will make a different bargain. Can you cut one cord today? ? If so, I will give you $1. The bargain was made and the cord of wood was cut that day. No, said the nobleman, you may cut another cord tomorrow. And another cord was cut the next day, and thus the whole job was accomplished. In 100 days, the work was completed, and the laborer was in just as good health as when he commenced the work. He could take it cord by cord. But if he had done everything in one day, his health would have been ruined. Get the gist? Right? And it was impossible for him to do it, as he told the nobleman, because he's old, he doesn't have the strength. It's not possible for him to do it. But here, the nobleman came up with an idea for him to do it one day at a time, and that he was able to do. Where am I? In 100 days, the work was completed, and the laborer was in just as good health as when he commenced the work. He could take it cord by cord, but when presented to him in one large job, the accomplishment of it seemed impossible. This well represents the cases of many who are undecided. They have a desire to be Christians, right? Yet the responsibilities of a Christian life seem so great to them that they fear they will make a failure, and are almost certain they can never reach the mark if they make the attempt. But when it is taken into consideration that it is not for them to see the end of the Christian's journey, it is not for them to comprehend and accomplish it at once. Only one day at a time, with its burdens and responsibilities, is presented to us. One day at a time. Yes, dear friends, dear youth, tomorrow is not yours. It is the duties of today that you are to perform. If you resolve to be on the Lord's side and come out from among the world and be separate and choose to be sons and daughters of the Lord Almighty, to leave the ranks of the enemy, the service of sin and of Satan, make up your mind to always do present duty. Take hold of the duties of today, realizing that the Lord has claims upon you, that you are responsible to your Creator. These claims are to be met only one day at a time. In the strength of God, take hold, believing that you can overcome for that one day. And isn't that the truth? Inspiration also tells us that if we worry about tomorrow, take on the burdens of tomorrow, the Lord does not promise that He will give us any aid, any help in worrying about tomorrow, because He has already told us that let the morrow worry about itself. And so if we worry about tomorrow, there'll be no help granted unto us. We'll be carrying it in our own strength. And can you imagine how that will turn out? But if we take it one day at a time, there are immeasurable help from God, right? He will help us if we take one day at a time. There's a song too that says that one day at a time, sweet Jesus, that's all I'm asking from you. And so when we do that, we're able to focus more on what it is we have to do in this day, in the day that we're given, right? And so as we go through next week, as we go through the rest of, it's Thursday evening now and it's sunset. As we go through Sabbath preparation, when we get up in the morning and we're preparing, let's remember that we ought to prepare intelligently. But whatever we cannot do in that day, oh, this fly has been bothering me. Whatever we cannot do in that day, in preparation day, we ought to leave it. So we're not too tired and zonked that we're not able to do anything on Sabbath. Because even though Sabbath is a rest day, it's rest from our regular activities. But we still have to have enough energy to perform tasks for Christ. Right? It's something that we seem to forget. And then we weary ourselves during the week and weary ourselves with Sabbath preparation. Right? And then go into the Sabbath so tired that as we eat our meal, we want to sleep. As a matter of fact, we were Carl and I was studying somewhere where ancient Israel would eat a big meal on Sabbath preparation evening, right? They would eat a big meal. Now I don't know if I can handle that with I don't know if I can handle that, but it does make sense. If you're preparing for Sabbath, you don't want to eat too much on Sabbath where it loads you down, because then you're tired and then you're gonna eat a big meal, right? And so you just want to go to sleep, right? So yes, let's just try to prepare as much as possible that we can leave a couple of hours before Sabbath to prepare our hearts and our minds that the Lord to receive the blessing that the Lord has in store for us, and not get too tired and worn out that we have absolutely no use to ourselves or our fellow brethren or even our family on the Sabbath. Until the next video, guys, God bless. Bye.